The AtGames Legends Pinball Micro is a compact virtual pinball machine that does come with an 8-inch backglass LCD. It also has a 15.6-inch playfield that does bring you full 1080p 60 frames per second virtual pinball gameplay. AtGames took their successful Legends pinball machine and managed to shrink it down into a desktop, tabletop, bar top version and managed to fit almost all the features of its Big Brother cabinet inside this thing, but how does it stack up? Now, I did pay for this one out of my own pocket, and it measures in at 23.6 by 12.3 by 22.6 inches. It does come in two artwork styles. There's a multicade artwork style, and then this one here, which is a split Tato style, where you have Space Invaders on one side, Bubble Bobble on the other, based upon the exclusive AtGames Taito pinball games. I was a little worried that this wouldn't look good having two different artworks on each side, but honestly, I think it looks great once I saw it in person. I also like the fact that on the back box, the Legends Pinball Micro logo marquee does not light up like its Big Brother pinball machine, so there's no reflection on the back glass. And I was super excited to see that they still have the recessed screen on this tabletop pinball machine, which is great because that adds a lot of depth and character to playing your virtual pinball games. The unit doesn't come with pinball legs, but it's pinball leg ready. That's right, you could unscrew these two bolts plus the bottom screw underneath the rubber feet. You can remove these solid metal supports that are right here, and you could go ahead and hook up real pinball legs if you wanted to. Also, when it comes to the buttons for your nudge and flipper on the side, these are some Baolin clone Hap buttons. They're not bad, but they're better than anything you'll find on an arcade 1-up machine. On the front of the machine, you'll have your rewind button, your nudge forward button, your play start button for inserting quarters and hitting the start, and then the menu button for accessing the menu. And unfortunately, there is no plunger on this virtual pinball machine. It just has a launch button, but you can still do skill shots and all that stuff with the included games using the button plunger. The speakers may look small, but they pack a hell of a punch. The audio on this unit out of the box is fantastic. The side rails and lock bar are made of the same metal that's on the rails on the original AtGames Legends pinball machine. They definitely didn't skip out on quality here. Overall, from a build quality perspective, I was worried that AtGames would have to cheap out to make this thing small and less costly for consumers, but this thing is top-notch build from AtGames, and I'm very impressed with the quality. Now, this pinball machine does come in two separate parts in the box, the back box and then the main body of the pinball cabinet. It's super easy to assemble and less intimidating than its big brother. All you have to do is connect two wires here and here. This wire right here, you're going to connect that as well as the wire on that green board. Once those are connected, take the two screws that come with the machine, screw those in to hold your back box to your playfield, and you are done. Once you connect those two wires and screw in the back box, you can plug in the power supply and turn on the machine, and you're ready to start playing pinball. And it's nice to see that all the ports are on the back of the unit. The HDMI port, the USB ports, the Ethernet port. Also, this unit has Wi-Fi, as well as the power switch. Everything's on the back of the unit except the volume control. And although AtGames has about 150 plus pinball games available on their ecosystem for you to download, purchase, and play, they still want to give you the ability to bring your own pinball games. Unfortunately, the LCD backglass does not have HDMI ports just like its big brother, so when it comes to getting additional pinball games up and running using multiple screens, there will be a VIBS board specific for this unit. They even pre-drilled and cut the holes for you, which is really nice. So if you wanted to connect your PC, Steam Deck, and play additional pinball games, that is totally going to be possible on this unit when the VIBS board is released this December. The monitor quality on the back glass is fantastic. As you can tell from these shots, everything here is high definition and looks great. When it comes to your deluxe pinball games from Zaccaria, the remake style games from Zaccaria as well as Taito, and the EM style games from Zaccaria and Taito, all made by Magic Pixel, you'll notice that it's very easy to read the scoreboards depending on the style of game. My only complaint is when it comes to playing your solid state tables, which back in those days they had alphanumeric displays, and AtGames tried to mimic those back glasses to make them look just like they did on the original machines. Unfortunately, when it comes to the solid state games, when you're trying to read your scores on these 8-inch screens and you're sitting a couple of feet away from the machine, it is difficult to read your scores on the backglass for this particular set of games. When it comes to the playfield monitor, again, this is a 1080p monitor. All the games are 1080p, 60 frames per second, and despite the fact that this is only a 15.6-inch monitor, you can easily see all the table assets, read all the fonts on the table, all your little goals and things like that that you have to hit on each table. Overall, both monitors are great and they perform very, very well. When it comes to navigating the user interface, you are going to use this D-pad that's built into the apron of the pinball machine, just like its big brother, Legends Pinball Machine. And unfortunately, I don't think this D-pad is that great of quality. I hope AtGames releases some kind of control panel with a mini joystick and a couple of buttons to put on this apron. That way we can play some vertical games on this cabinet, just like we can do on its big brother pinball machine. Now, the user interface is the same user interface that AtGames uses on all their Legends Arcade family products. I really wish they would update this, retire this, or come up with something new on future generations of products. This user interface, although it works, usually new customers find it difficult, confusing on where to go, how to access things, how to do things. Usually they have to watch YouTube videos to figure all that stuff out. And although this has the same exact features that are on all the other Legends Arcade family of products, when it comes to live streaming, attract modes, using gamepads, all the same features, it's still a little bit difficult and a little bit ugly to navigate. A couple things that are really nice is AtGames does have the Universal Pinball Packs, so if you already own the Universal Packs on your other devices, you don't have to pay for them to expand your game lineup on this device. All you have to do is click on them, and this unit does have 16 gigabytes of internal storage, so you can just install the games directly onto the device without having to use a flash drive. Using the internal storage for all your Flash Drive X, your Pixelcade stuff, your pinball games that you purchase and download to the device, etc. That's a big win in my opinion. The only thing that happens though is if you download all the packs, you might have some duplicates show up. So because I own all the Universal Pinball Packs, I didn't have to buy the games a second or a third time, etc. All I had to do was download them onto the internal storage on the device and I was up and running. As of today, the Gottlieb games are not compatible with this device yet. I'm expecting those will be compatible in a future firmware update. But for now, I do have access to well over 100 Zaccaria and Taito games, all made by Magic Pixel, all different styles, genres, and eras of pinball.
Skill shot.
Just like its big brother pinball machine, this includes haptic feedback as well as accelerometers built into the unit. And sure enough, the accelerometer works fantastic. As you can see here, if you don't want to use the nudge buttons, I myself, due to the size of the unit, will end up just using the nudge buttons. And the haptic feedback works fantastic. In fact, I think the haptic feedback on here works better than it does on its big brother pinball machine. Now, this product does retail for $450. I pay for this out of my own pockets, and I got it when it was on sale National Owners Day for $350. Plus, They included the Vibs board for free with the purchase. It's just going to be shipped to me in December, along with everybody else who's waiting for it, who caught that deal. AtGames puts these on sale all the time. Looks like $350 seems to be the sale price that they're going with. I myself wish this thing retailed for $300. I think $450 is a good price for what you're getting. You're getting a lot of stuff included on this pinball machine, but it also just seems a little bit high considering the size of the pinball machine. $300 would have been better. So my suggestion is, if you're interested in this, wait until AtGames puts it on sale. They do it all the time. Pick this up for $350 or $300, however low they're going to go. And obviously this product is intended for folks who are looking for a cost-effective way to play virtual pinball or a space savings way to play virtual pinball, because not everybody has room for these large virtual pinball machines, such as the Big Brother AtGames Legends Pinball that goes with this machine. If you already own the Big Brother AtGames Legends Pinball machine, you really don't need this product. I think this product is more intended to bring in new owners to AtGames, new customers who, fit what this machine is going for in regards to price and size. Those are my final thoughts, but I want to know what you think. Give me your feedback, comments, reactions below. If you enjoyed the review, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on the way out. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.